Lucy, just starting things off. Heck of a comeback by you girls. Down 20, headed into the fourth quarter, and you score 40 points there in that final period. What was the mindset of the team just entering that last 10 minutes?
We just had we had a good talk at halftime about how much we wanted it. We knew what we had to do to come back, and for it to turn around so quickly like that, and for us to score 40 points was like crazy. But yeah, we just came in with a new mindset. It's a new game at halftime, and yeah.
And you guys shot 6 of 9 from 3, and this whole season and some of these interviews and watching the games and things like that, three-point shooting really kind of has been a point of inconsistency for you guys. When you play well, you shoot the three really well. When you're kind of playing a little poorly, the threes aren't falling. And in that fourth quarter, again, 6 of 9 from 3. Do you think that was kind of what sparked that comeback?
Oh, for sure. Like, we hyped each other up. We just wanted it so bad, and we got those open looks because they kept closing in when we kept driving. So to make 6 from 9 was just crazy.
And another key figure there in that fourth quarter, 14 of 14, a perfect 100% from the free throw line. How often do you guys work on that in practice, and how much pride do you take at the free throw line?
A lot. Like, every single practice, we're always shooting free throws, and I think we were just so focused and we were so determined to come back and so determined to win that we just did just that. So, yeah.
When you went into the half and you were trailing by a sizable margin, what did Coach Clarke tell you, and what did the coaching staff preach to you guys heading into the second?
We just focused on having 3 stops in a row. Like, we just built momentum on the bench, especially, like, we commend the bench so much. They did so well, and we were just hyping each other up. We were always talking about 3 stops, and we did just that, and, yeah.
And coming off of last night's game, obviously Northern State kind of dominated there last night. A little dejection after the loss for you guys from Coach Clarke and the rest of the staff. How exactly is it possible for a team to bounce back like that, and then you face another large deficit here this afternoon, but you still come back and you still get back up?
Yeah, we were pretty down about last night. I mean, to lose by that much, like, any team would be upset. But we just forgot about it. It was a new day. We tried to not think about yesterday, and I think it did happen in the first half. We were thinking about it too much. We got down a lot, but then we just told ourselves, like, we can do this. Like, we all came together as a team and just, yeah.
And this victory is a huge one. Obviously, every win is big for the program, but to keep you within that distance for 4th place, still some eyes on the postseason. It's got to feel good as a locker room from that side.
Oh, so good. It was such a good celebration.
Your team puts up 40 points there in the final 10 minutes. How's that possible?
I just kept saying to the girls, keep playing tough, keep playing hard, just trust your shots are going to start to drop. And, that was the difference between tonight and last night. Last night, shots weren't falling for us, and we let that affect our defense. Tonight, even scoring 14 points in the first half, we still remained solid defensively. We kept doing a great job defensively, and like I said yesterday, I'm a firm believer that the basketball gods reward those that play hard, and we were playing really hard, we were playing really tough, and man, that fourth quarter was just awesome to have the ball finally go in for us.
Yeah, talk about that. You struggled offensively yesterday and early in this one, and you finally see some scorers that can shoot. You've seen it do it all season. In that second half in the fourth quarter, they just started to get going.
Definitely. Like I said, I thought we had a bunch of good looks early on. We missed some easy layups as well and some easy putbacks. But like I said, just stayed with it, stayed confident, just kept telling them, like I said, just trust yourself, be confident in yourself. They're going to fall eventually. And like I said, to see it, and like I said, these girls get in the gym so much throughout the week and put so many shots up throughout the week. So, to see some reward for that and see it, finally drop at the end there was just absolutely awesome.
We might talk about the three-point shooting. We talked about it a little bit before, a little bit last night too. Kind of a point of inconsistency for you guys throughout the year, but it showed up when you needed it here
Definitely.
tonight. Went 6 of 9 from 3 in that fourth quarter. How impactful do you think was that to kind of starting that comeback?
Oh, definitely. It was massive. like I said, you see a couple of them go in, and then you start feeling good about yourself, and the rim starts looking a little bit bigger after it goes in once or twice as well. And like I said, we kept shooting. We kept trusting that eventually they're going to fall. And like I said, they did, which was just absolutely awesome. But like I said, it all started from defense. We were just so well on that end, and it gave us so much energy. And like I said, I'm just happy that they got rewarded for their hard work.
Talk about that defense. Really stepped it up late. Made Northern State take some really tough shots late in that game. And again, to come through in that kind of clutch situation has to take some sort of concentration from the team.
Definitely. And I think for the most part, we've been pretty good defensively. Like, we've had lapses throughout the year, which hurt us. So we have to get better at being consistently the whole way through. But tonight their highest scoring quarter was a 16-point quarter in the third, which is much better than last night. I think we gave up a 27-1 in the second quarter. So just staying consistently defensively. Sometimes you can do all you want offensively, and sometimes the ball doesn't go in for you. It's sort of a make or miss game, and but one thing you can decide is, the effort that you're going to give on the defensive end, and the ladies continue to work hard. They continue to put their body in front and just force them to shoot over us.
Looking a little bit more specifically at some of the individual performances, Callie Delsman with the back-to-back double-doubles. She was excellent tonight. And then the leading scorer for you girls, Amber Stavon, seemed like a quiet 15 and 10 double-double. She wasn't really all over the scoreboard there in the fourth quarter, at least. How do you think those two kind of led the way for you?
Definitely. And Callie's been massive since since the whole change, and when I sort of took over a little bit there, she's been massive for me, and she's been a massive support to me. And her basketball has been awesome. Like I said, she played great last weekend as well. She just got in foul trouble, which limited how much she could play. And last night, having a career high was awesome for her. And then to back it up tonight, and shots weren't dropping for her either, early on today, but she, kept shooting, stayed confident, and for her to make some big ones at the end was awesome. And then Amber Stefan, like I said, she's just been awesome all year for us. And, last night was what it was, but like I said, it's hard to keep a good player down, and Amber Stefan's really good, and she stepped up for us tonight.
What did you tell the team when you went into the locker room at half to try and get them to get back in this game?
Definitely, and I just spoke about continue to control what you can control. Like I said, we had 14 points going into half, which is not great, but at the same time, we kept them to 29. So they were on pace for under 60, and our goal to start the game was to keep them under 65. Obviously, giving up 87 last night was too much. So our goal was to keep them under 65. So I focused on the positives there, and like I said, I kept telling them to remain confident, remain aggressive. Like I said, I thought we did a great job of hitting the high post and getting some good looks offensively. They just weren't falling. We had some fast break layups, some putbacks that just weren't going in for us. But like I said, just you can focus on the positive and trust that shots are going to drop eventually.
And then something that we've seen all year, really, when the Beavers are rebounding well, things are going well. And that happened again tonight, out-rebounding Northern State 48-35, and led by Anna Counts. She had a double-double herself, 13 rebounds, 10 points. Usually you see the other way around, but not for her. When she is focused and playing hard and really attacking the glass, how much better does that make your team?
100%, so much better. And they had 5 offensive rebounds at halftime, and they finished with 5. So that was big for us in the second half. We kept them off the O board. But Anna has been awesome since really the Bemidji weekend. She had a big double game there. She was great last weekend. She had a down night last night, and we spoke to her about it today. I think the post yesterday got a little on top of her. But, to bounce back the way she did, that shows a lot about her character and who she is. And she's a tough player. She's a physical player. She's the anchor of our defense down there. And for her to grab 13 rebounds for us was just huge.
And the bench tonight only scored a total of 2 points. But they still played key roles there, especially in that second half. What were they able to add?
Definitely. The bench, the points don't sum up what the bench gave us tonight. That was one of the loudest, especially once we got rolling, how loud they were, engaged they were, supported they were. And even when it wasn't going great for us, they still remained loud and engaged in the game. And, it says 2 points for the bench on the score sheet, but, they provided so much more than that. And they were awesome. They were engaged. They were in the game. They were talking. They were loud. And it was just great.
And you talked earlier this week about how you just kind of have to take things one day at a time, focus on this weekend, and then worry about where you may fall in the postseason. Well, next weekend's the last weekend of the regular season. How important do you think it was to split this series heading into the rivalry weekend next week with UMary with possible playoff implications?
Definitely. Winning today still keeps us alive, keeps us in the hunt. Obviously, we need some results to go our way, and Mary and Moorhead are playing right now, so as soon as I get out here, I'll go check that score, and like I said, hopefully Mary can do us a favour there and get a win, like I said. But all we can control is, ourselves right now, and Mary's a rivalry game, so, we need to be up and excited for that, regardless of what's happening with everyone else. We want to come out and obviously, play well in a big rivalry game.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.